Hey everybody! Welcome to another Cricut craft tutorial. Today I'm going to show you guys how to cut felt using the Cricut Maker. And we're going to make these really beautiful and simple felt flowers. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel because I put out new videos all the time. We're doing Wedding Wednesdays this year, so make sure if you're a bride or know one that you guys are watching for Wedding Wednesdays. We will use these felt flowers to make a bouquet at a later date. All you'll need for this project is some felt, a hot melt glue gun, the rotary blade for your maker, and an optional gem for the center of your flowers. Let's get over to Design Space so I can show you how to set that up to cut your felt. I just pulled these flowers off of one of the projects that's included with Access. This was the flower wreath. I just deleted a bunch of the stuff because I'm just going to show you guys how we can cut felt with our maker. This is such a fun thing to do. So I just took a couple of the flowers that they offered on here and just took a few different styles so that you guys could see the different styles that you can cut with felt. So we're going to click Make It. I did also resize them a little bit so that they were just a bit different sizes so that we could get a good look. And we're going to click Continue. Make sure your Cricut is on. Apparently and plugged in, which I did forget, so let me plug that in. So we're going to make sure he's plugged in. It'll find my device here. It's going to bring up and ask us to choose our material. Now, I did already choose it here, but I'll show you guys how to find it. So we're going to click Browse All Materials, and you can just type in felt, hit Enter, and then you're going to choose felt acrylic fabric. Now, I will say you want to do a test cut on these to see if it'll actually cut on what you have. But you have craft bonded, glitter bonded, stiff, wool bonded, wool fabric, but this one's kind of an acrylic, so we'll just go with that. Click Done. I'm going to show you guys how to put your rotary blade in and how to load your mat. So let's get over to the machine. First, I'm going to show you guys how you put in your rotary blade, which does come with your maker. So what we're going to do, this is your rotary blade. You can see it's just a circular blade. So what you do is you open up your B compartment, which tends to be pretty tight, and take your fine point blade or whatever blade it may be. Ooh, mine is dirty. Look at that. Ooh. This, guys, is why you clean your blade. Hopefully it'll focus on you. But this is a good teaching moment that I should have cleaned this a long time ago. I cut some cardstock. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's covered in glitter. So I cut some glitter cardstock, and I totally should have cleaned it. So anyways, all you do is put your rotary blade in, close the clamp, and here's the thing. Like, you'll look at it and think, oh, it looks like it's hard to do with one hand. It looks like it's not lined up properly. Don't worry, because it'll line it up for you. Sorry, I'm having issues because of the plastic. You do want to make sure your plastic is on the outside so that you can close your clamp. So you just close your clamp on it, and like I don't know how well you guys can see, but it's sideways. It will fix that for us. So you're going to use your fabric grip mat, and let me move you guys back a little bit so we can see. We're going to use our pink fabric grip mat. Now this one did come with my machine. I don't know 100% if this comes with every maker or not, so please don't quote me on it, but it did come with mine. So if yours does not come with it, you can get them pretty inexpensive off of Amazon, which is great. I will put a link below for the mats because I always get them on Amazon, super cheap. So we're just using a regular felt. Let me move you back again here so you can see. And I'm just sort of making up whatever colors I want to make them. I don't know. I didn't really think too hard on it. But these are just 8.5 by 11. They're from Hobby Lobby. Again, they were 33 cents, so you can't beat that. So all you're going to do is take your mat and you're just going to put your felt on it, just like you would load like your papers or your vinyl, things like that. So you're just going to put it on your mat. You want to make sure that you don't have any wrinkles in it. You're going to press it down pretty well because you don't want it to come up when you're cutting. So once we've put that on and it's on there nice and even and well, you just load your mat, click Load. And we'll come back over to the machine. I know I'm moving you guys around a lot, but I want you guys to be able to see all the parts of this. And then you're going to hit Go on your Cricut, and it's going to cut out these little petals. But what it's going to do is it's going to get that rotary blade, it pulls it all the way to the side, and it's going to make sure that it's facing the right way, make sure it's loaded, and make sure that the machine knows what blade is there. It's called the Adaptive Tool System, and they are coming out with new tools for it all the time. So we're going to watch this thing cut, and it's going to cut out all of our flowers. And you'll see, I don't know how you guys can see, but it's spinning your rotary blade around a bunch for all the cuts, and it's going to do some pretty intricate stuff. The nice thing is with this rotary blade is you can do a lot of much more intricate cuts on this than you could with, like, let's say your Explorer, because your Explorer tends to get the edges of the felt kind of cut up. So I'm not really sure which part it's cutting right now. I can't completely tell, but I will say that cutting the felt does take a little bit of time. So we'll go ahead and I'm going to speed it up for you guys. So just keep that in mind that this is going to go faster than it actually does. It's done cutting this purple, so I'm going to just show you this one so you guys can see how nicely it cut this. Check this out. So it's super easy. It can cut really intricate stuff, and it really, thankfully, doesn't leave a lot of fuzz on your mat, which is really nice. So you're just going to go ahead and pull that off. I mean, it's always going to leave fuzz no matter what you do, honest to God. But it's not a ton. And I have found that if you just use a lint roller, the fuzz comes off really easily. So I will take a lint roller to this, probably I would think before I put the next one on, just to be safe. But we're going to pull off all this, and you guys can see, like, look at how small the dot is in this felt. Like, it's really little. Like, you can see it against my hand. It's super small. And it was able to cut that out, which I think is really awesome. So I am very impressed with how well this does cut. We do need to make sure we keep those little dots. So we're going to go ahead and use a lint roller on this, get the fuzz off, and then we'll go with our next color. I want you guys to be able to see it's just a dollar store lint roller, nothing crazy, and I just run it over. Now it's not going to get every little bit of this off, but it's going to get quite a bit off, so it's really quite helpful to have, and that way you're not having as much fuzz on your mat. Now you are going to need to wash your mats a little bit more often if you use felt, things like that. But this is great because it doesn't take the sticky off of your mat. It just gets a lot of that off. So you can see quite a bit came off on our lint roller. So we'll load the next color and then we'll get it cut. I won't make you guys watch it. We'll just get them all cut out and then we can assemble. So we have three different styles of flowers here. So we have a 3-petal, a 2-petal, and then I have a rolled. So we'll start with the 2-petal. This is, it's kind of small, but you see that little tab? What you need to do is fold the little tab under to the other side of your flower to make it a full flower. So we'll just use a small dab of hot melt glue. I recommend hot melt glue on felt. It's pretty easy to work with, but do watch your fingers because it's pretty easy to burn yourself. So we'll just take it and you just fold it over just like that. It's pretty simple. This isn't like a crazy difficult task here. And we'll just scooch that, except these silly little glue strings. Hate those things. And then you'll just do the same thing with your next flower. So you'll just put a little dab of glue, fold it over, and hold it together. These little ones are pretty easy to do. There's nothing too crazy to them. And then all we do is take our little petal set and our big petal set and we put them together. And you just want to line up the hole in the center. And you can line them up however you want, honestly. You can either like offset a little bit if you wanted to so that your petals were kind of in between, or you can have them line up perfectly. It's just a personal preference on how you want to do them. So all you do now is you just put a little bit of glue, again, just in the little, on the small one, just right there on the back of it. And you lay it down however, like again, however you want it to sit. So I like to offset mine just a little bit. And I just line it up, line the two holes up best you can. And there is your flower. Now it's kind of boring like this, so I like to add a little gem. So I have this little like canister here of little tiny gems. And I just like to cover that center. That's what these little felt dots are for. They're to cover your center hole. But I like to be a little extra. I like a little glam in my stuff. So I'm going to add just a little dab of glue right in the center. And I'm just going to drop my gem right on top of that piece of glue. Press it down. And there is your felt flower. These are really easy to make. So let's go over and we'll do one of these purple ones, which is a 3-petal. So you have 3 sets of petals. Again, same thing. You just want to take your tab, little bit of glue, fold it over, and hold it down. I don't think I got that one quite close enough, but it's fine. So we'll do that one and then move on to the next one. Guys, these are really easy and they're pretty quick. I mean, the longest part, honestly, was cutting them, which that really didn't take that long, all things considered. And I only did 2 of each, except the rolled one, which I only did 1 of. I really hate these little hot melt glue strings. They make me crazy. I know you other crafters can understand the annoyance with them. And then we'll just do the small petal. Again, this doesn't take a lot of time or glue, so you don't have to worry too much about the glue on it. Again, make sure you don't burn your fingers. I usually let the glue sit for just a minute on them, or like a couple seconds, just so it doesn't burn me. So now, you just do the same thing. You're just gonna, if they would stop sticking to my hands, we'd be doing great. They're going to stack on each other. Now, I will say this one I did make a little mess on. He's a little messy. But that's okay. We'll clean it up. It's no big deal. If you are going to be picky about being messy, just be very careful when you put your hot melt glue on. So we'll just do the same thing like we did with the orange ones. Little bit of glue on the back of the flower. I'm going to offset the petals on this one and line it up with the middle. And there's that one. And then we're just going to do the same thing for this little guy. I'll pull some of the extra glue off of him. We're just going to do the same thing. Little bit of glue. Doesn't take a lot. Felt is pretty easy to glue together. Doesn't take a ton of glue. So, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I just want to line up the centers. And I'm going to offset his petals just a little bit. Look at how pretty that is, guys. I love this. And then I'm going to do just another gem. I might do, let's see, that one might be a little big. Actually, that one looks pretty good. So we'll just do another gem. Again, little glue, nothing crazy. And put the gem in. Guys, this is your finished purple flower. So I think he came out really cute. I love them. These are really soft too, so they're great for hair bows and things like that. Next one is the rolled flower. I am not a rolled flower expert, so I may struggle a little bit. But again, I like to show you guys my struggles because I feel like a lot of people don't show their struggles. And you think, oh my gosh, they're so good at what they do, and I'm never going to be that good. Trust me, we are not all amazing. We all struggle. So you can use a pencil or a quilling tool for this, but I'm just going to be brave, and I'm just going to go for it. And I'm just going to wrap it using my fingers, and we'll just see what happens. So all we do is just like it sounds like, you just roll it. Now I will say that it is not super easy to hold, but you want to try to keep this part pretty even. And because it's a felt flower, you could put a little dab of glue there to hold it. I'm going to be a brave little toaster and not do that. But all I'm doing is just rolling it in my fingers, just like you do with those paper flowers, which I do have a tutorial on. So if you're looking for the paper, I do have a tutorial on how to do those. Those ones are pretty fun. They look really pretty. But these are great if you're going to use them in hair or on clothing, things like that. Or if you want just a different look. These felt flowers are awesome. I love them. They're so much fun to work with. So now that I've got a pretty decent roll going, I am going to put glue on the bottom. I'm gluing this right now so that it holds because it's pretty even. I don't want to mess it up, so we're just going to glue it, and I'm going to let it sit and dry for just a few moments. You can blow on it to help it dry. You don't want to burn your fingers, and you also don't want to get it stuck to you like I just got that one stuck to me. So once this is dry, you can continue your roll. Just be careful if it's not quite dry yet not to touch it. So I'm just going to be, see, like that, like don't touch it. So we'll just let it dry for another second. But you guys are getting the idea here. Look at how cool this looks. It's going to be so pretty when it's finished. And this color is absolutely like so tropical that I kind of went with, I guess, a tropical color, I guess, because it's winter and I needed a little sun in my life. So we're going to let this dry for another moment or two because it's still tacky and I still keep touching it and I just am a mess. This is why I can't be trusted with glue. So we'll just keep going around the side. Now you can add glue as you go around if you want to. I prefer to glue the bottom, but you can glue along the edges if you prefer it. It's just not for me. And with the felt, it does sort of want to stick to itself, like with static and with the fibers. So you don't have to be too worried about it coming apart. And like I said, as you go, you can always add some more glue along the bottom if you desire. But once we get to the center of it, you will see that we're going to have this little piece of felt. And it's this little, like tab, and that's what you're going to glue to the bottom of your flower. So you're just going to keep going around, and as you can see, I'm keeping it fairly even along the bottom. It's pretty flat, and that's what you want to do. You want to keep it pretty flat. You don't want to go to like cone shaped, or what you're going to end up losing out on is the center. The center is going to look way too squished in there, and it won't come out looking the way it should. So you just keep going around. Now we're almost to the end here. We've only got like 3 more petals here. So we'll just keep it along the edge. And see this little tabby? You are going to glue the little tabby to the bottom of your flower. Now obviously it's going to be smaller than your entire flower, but it's fine. Don't worry about that. I'm going to move the tabby out of the way for just a moment because I like, again, to add glue all the way around this to hold it. I do this just as a securing measure. Again, it's going to depend on what you want to do and how you want it to look. I don't care if the bottom of these look kind of messy with glue because I don't show the bottom of mine for any reason. But if you're going to put these in like a hair bow or something and you're going to see the bottom, you do want to be a little more careful and cautious with your how your bottom looks. I just do not care. So I'm just going to take the tab and lay it down. And we're going to let it dry. Don't set it down until it is dry. But this is your finished felt flower. Isn't it gorgeous? I love these, and you can do so much with these. You could add a little bit of glitter to them if you wanted with some glitter spray. There's just a lot of options with these, and they're so pretty, and they're so easy to do. Like, these are just my favorite. I'm adoring the maker for cutting felt. Look at how cute these came out, guys. And it really is a quick and easy project. And these can be used for a lot of things. We are going to do a Wedding Wednesday where I show you guys how to make a bouquet using felt. I think we're going to have a lot of fun making some bouquets and some centerpieces with these felt flowers. We're going to do some paper flower stuff too as well. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm always happy to answer those for you. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos all the time. Hit the bell icon. That'll alert you to when I post a new video. I hope you guys had so much fun learning how to do these, and happy crafting.